March 13, 2010, at approximately 8 o'clock in the morning, the victim, Luis Diaz, was shot and killed while working as a security guard at a club called Las Botellitas, located at 2150 Northwest 22nd Avenue in Miami. The victim was working at another club owned by the same owner. His regular routine was when that club closes at 5 a.m., he would go to the other club, his secondary job. He would help them close at closing time. He arrived there approximately about 5 a.m. on Saturday morning inside the club. This club is somewhat of an after-hours club. Guys go in, they sit down, and they would actually pay like $10 for a beer just to sit down and have a conversation. They talk to some of the women in there that's known as minglers. These women just basically there for the club. According to one of the patrons that we interviewed that morning after the incident, as he was standing inside the club, minding his own business, this individual that was later identified as Jonathan Labrada came and stood directly next to him, took his hand and placed it on his waistband to the firearm and said, "Somebody's going to die tonight." This individual, this patron, then immediately moved away from Mr. Labrada and just went to another area in the club at that time. There was a female patron inside the club. She noticed what appeared to be a firearm in this individual's waistband, in the front of his waistband. She told one of the other security guards that was working at the time. He went over to go check it out. Immediately, he came back, he told her it appears to be a bottle. After that, she told the second security guard about what she saw. And he decided to go over and follow it up. And once he went over to make contact with this individual, conversation was exchanged. It wasn't an argument or anything like that, according to the witnesses. Once he went over and made contact with him, this individual that shot the victim, pulled out a firearm from his waistband and immediately started firing inside the club. It appears that it was unprovoked. There wasn't a confrontation. The victim sustained one gunshot wound in the abdomen. He was transported to Ware trauma, where he later died. There was approximately 100 people inside the club. Just fortunately, no one else got shot except the victim. According to the witnesses and the people that we interviewed, we were able to ascertain a good description of the shooter. The individual name is Jonathan Labrada. He's a white Latin male. Immediately after the shooting, he was chased outside of the club by two of the patrons and one of the security guards, southbound on 22nd Avenue, when they lost sight of him crossing 20th Street and 22nd Avenue on foot.
Authorities want everyone to get a good look at this man's face. Jonathan Labrada is wanted for the murder of Luis Diaz. The victim's mother and two sisters are asking for justice. They want Labrada to pay the consequences for the crimes he's committed. The 39-year-old security guard was gunned down March 13, 2010 at Las Botellitas, a restaurant club located at 2150 Northwest 22nd Avenue. Authorities describe 27-year-old Labrada as a cold-blooded killer.
Jonathan Labrada is a white Latin male, approximately 26 years of age, 5'8", 170 pounds. He also goes by the nickname of Yayo. He should be considered armed and dangerous, and it's possible that he has association with Latin Kings and the gang called Whilos. According to the information we received, the victim arrived here from Cuba approximately 5 to 6 years ago. He was trying to start a new life. He was helping his family out.
Diaz's family made an emotional plea to the community to help them find the killer of their loved one, who left behind a 3-year-old daughter and 2-year-old son.
Unfortunately, he lost his life trying to earn a living at this particular time. Jonathan Labrada has a past of kidnapping, assault and battery. He should be considered armed and dangerous, and no one should approach this individual without law enforcement.